All right, I think we should be live.
Yeah.
We are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me and Buerkle Cerakote. Oh, wait, hold on, am I going? Hold on.
Oh, you're good,
There we
buddy.
go. All right, yep, done with the echo. We're good. Thank you guys for joining us today. Truly appreciate it. I'm very excited to do this live stream with Brad today. So thank you guys for joining us. We have a couple of special things to talk about today. Brad
Absolutely.
runs an awesome business, so if you guys can go over to his channel and check him out, great guy, awesome channel. So if you guys would please click on his I want to see if I can go ahead and put your channel in the chat real quick, actually.
Honestly, it's kind of cool to have a live with somebody where my missus doesn't get on me for playing with knives. So I'll go throughout my day, and if I feel fidgety, I'll just start flicking my knife open and closed.
Yep.
And then she's always like, "Stop! You're gonna cut yourself."
That's funny. I definitely understand.
I mean, honestly, with doing Cerakote stuff like with knives, like I can't tell you how many times I've actually cut myself. So I mean, it happens.
For sure, it does. Like I'd say a couple of times a week, but that's what happens when you're constantly fidgeting with knives too. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, it happens. So
it does.
At least you're having fun.
Yeah, especially when I'm doing my homework, I'll just be there flicking knives, and you get cut every so often, but you get used to it. So
I think the only time I've actually cut myself is when you hit the button lock after playing with it, and then it just drops and your fingers not out of the way yet.
Yeah, that'll suck.
But I mean, I don't own a lot of button locks. I have the Felicia that I tried. They're a new. To me, they kind of seem like a newer button lock brand.
Okay, I've never heard of them.
If you're more of like I'll just say if you're on a budget and you want to try a button lock, these guys, they're not bad. Obviously, you can tell the difference with like if you have like a CJRB or something a little bit more high end, you can tell the button lock is a little looser, a little nicer, but they're not bad.
Gotcha. You have to check them out.
Actually, to be honest, I'm kind of impressed with. I got SOG Adventure.
Okay.
It's actually the only thing I hate is I don't like the spine button.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you can't do it one hand. But other than that, the action it's not bad.
Yeah, it looks smooth. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the back locks and the triad, I'm not a huge fan of, but I can see they're better for safety, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, if you like just flicking while you're fidgeting, I mean, I guess it's not the best thing for us with having that back lock. But I mean, I guess if you use your knife like out in the sticks or camping or whatever, and you just need it to cut something,
for sure,
may be better.
For sure. I just want to take a second to call out some names here. We got Magnetic North Adventures. Thanks for joining here. Johnny's Corner. Awesome to have you. Clint, big movie fan, 18 plus. Wendy, Johnny's Corner. Ray and Sandy. I think I'm not missing anyone. Alaskan Assassin. What's going on, buddy? Asia, Maddie. Appreciate everyone being here today. I was very stoked to be able to do this with Brad, so appreciate everyone joining.
Big Movie said, welcome, Carrie. I'm timing out Johnny and Wendy. They're trolls.
That's funny. Behave yourself.
Dude, Big Movie. I feel like that dude supports everybody. He's everywhere.
He does. He's great. For sure.
Yeah. What's going on, Johnny, Maddie, Lee? Nice to see all you guys up in here.
Excellent.
Everybody I don't know. What's up?
Yeah, I put there we go, Johnny's Corner. Put your thing in your channel link in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and head over so I can pin that. For those of you guys who haven't checked out his channel, please go over there and support him.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate everybody. It's it's funny. A lot of people, to be honest, when like, oh, what do you do? What kind of business do you have? And I'm like, oh, I do Cerakote. They're like, what's that? Like,
yeah. Yep.
We kind of tried to. I mean, if you're a gun guy, or a pew pew guy, or whatever you want to say,
Mm-hmm.
you immediately know what Cerakote is. But I kind of wanted to take it into some places that it hasn't really seen a lot of interest, or not interest, but a lot of publicity.
For sure.
So the big one being knives. We also do quite a few car parts for a company that's local that does a lot of Porsche, Ferrari, Lambo.
Yeah, that's sick.
They use the high heat series. So when they're doing headers or mufflers or anything like that, powder coat just comes off. So, but Cerakote don't. So, I mean, we take standard, just black blades or silver blades, and instead of having that, you get that.
Wow, that's amazing work.
So,
wow, yeah.
I think Johnny actually has his eye on this one because he's got a thing for the fighter planes. So,
okay, yeah. Heck yeah, but that's very nice.
I feel like I'd put it up and tease him a little bit. And then I have one, believe it or not, I have one in the oven now that I'm doing for a buddy of mine. But
nice.
And then we have a little snake pattern.
Very nice. That's gorgeous.
We try to have fun with it. Try different things, do different things.
For sure.
Oh, I was gonna have you take a look at this one, Weld, actually.
Gotcha. So this is on bootleg.
That's the Felicia.
Oh, look at that.
It's all wood grain handle. So I did not want to take away from the wood grain handle. Something about that wood grain dude, I fell in love with it.
It is. It's very nice.
So I used, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but koji, is it koji oil?
I think so. Yeah, I think you're saying right.
The Japanese knife oil.
Yeah.
We oiled up the wood really well, and then this one actually, we did a blue with a bronze worn off over it, so you get kind of that coppery bronze look and the blue shining through. And then the button lock, it's pretty nice, but this one is just like your metal brass bearings.
Okay.
But I do notice a huge difference between the brass bearings and the ceramic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that just looks very smooth. The button locks, I love the button locks. I love fidgeting with them.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I really didn't notice a lot of the button locks until I started watching your channel.
Okay.
And I was like, how's that dude closing them?
Really?
I'm like, I've seen linear, I've seen back, and I'm like, how's that dude closing them so quick?
That's awesome.
And then I heard you say something about button lock, and I'm like,
that is awesome.
What the hell's a button lock? I look it up, and I'm like, oh, I'm missing out, man.
yeah, I love it.
It's so smooth. Like, just to be able to do it one-handed.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I got away from frame locks, like this one, Fairmaster Gladman. This one's a frame lock. I've gotten away from them. I just find them kind of boring. I mean, the Fairmaster Gladman, this one's like $220. Still a really nice knife because it's got the M390 blade, titanium handle and stuff. But I just gotten away from the liner locks. I like the compression locks and access locks and button locks. I don't know, just kind of got a little fancier.
My to be honest, my day-to-day carry, this is actually how sad it is, but my day-to-day carry, which is, I haven't even Cerakoted, it's just air. It's an access lock.
That's nice. Yeah, definitely did a great job on that one for sure. Yeah. I love the wood handles.
Yeah, that dude. I looked at Felicia, and I was like, okay, you got your G10, you got your plastic, you got your, metal, and then I saw the wood, and I'm like, dude, the wood.
Yeah, it's gorgeous for sure.
I have seen though that CJRB's been having a lot of good sales lately, man.
Oh, really? I haven't taken a look at them that much.
Yeah, they got some of their stuff I've seen is like 25% off.
Really? What's going on, Deneen? Good to see you. Adventure 50. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you, Johnny. Let's see, stopping in. Awesome, Linda. Good to have you here. Yeah, but the Civivi, they came out with the Elementum one in the wood, and I love that one. I need to get some more wood handled knives.
See, I saw that one, the Civivi, that they started coming out with the wood handles.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like the new Civivi with the wood handle because it's got that dark wood, like almost dark wood grain, like cherry.
Yep.
And that's really pretty.
It is. It definitely is.
It's just something about that wood grain, man. That's, I don't know, it gets you. It makes you want to buy it.
Mm-hmm. It definitely does. West Country, good to see you. Mike, what's going on, brother? Good to have you here. Let's go ahead and get Mike subbed up. But yeah, that brings me. What is your favorite knife brand?
Oh, so to be honest, I do have to say I'm kind of partial to the CJRBs,
Mm-hmm.
just because the first one I did, it's for a lady who bought that. It was when CJRB first started really coming out. She bought like that flippable, almost like chopper looking knife,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just really smooth. And since then, I've seen it kind of gain popularity. But yeah, Gerber's a good brand, Johnny. I don't mind Gerber at all.
Let's see. Yeah, Gerber's pretty good. I do like Kershaw better than I do Gerber. I have a Gerber Strong Arm, one of the best fixed blades that you can get with for $100, by the way. But I do like Kershaw. I have a couple Kershaw knives. Got the Iridium. Love the Iridium, but
yeah, I have seen. So last Kershaw I had, to be honest, was when they started coming out, and then you had Kershaw that was like you could pick them up for like $20 at Walmart.
mm-hmm.
And I have seen Kershaw is definitely picking up with what do you want to call it? A little bit more sophisticated, so they're a little bit more popular now. A little bit nicer knife. So I see they're like $70, $80 now, but they're not bad knives. I got a guy I work with who uses a small pocket from Kershaw that he's had for years. What's your favorite? Well, that's a hard one. I've done quite a few.
All of them.
Yeah, I've done quite a few. Honestly, I don't have it because it's since sold. But
Okay.
on our website, there's actually a knife by. Oh God, I'm gonna get the name wrong. Camillus. There's actually a Camillus.
Yep.
There's a Camillus fixed blade on there, and that knife, I don't know, man. It's got kind of that wave, like with the heavy forward on that fixed blade, and I don't know, something about it with the handle, and it's got the saw back. It's fixed, but it's a beautiful knife, and you can get that knife relatively cheap. But that was a gorgeous knife. Just the way it felt, the weight, it was beautiful.
Gotcha. Best fixed blades in y'all's opinion. I'll go ahead and let you start with that one.
Dude. So, okay, I'm kind of going to go left field on this. So I do have a guy I know, and he's more of a he does his knives a little bit fancier, if you will. He's a blacksmith out of, I want to say, Pennsylvania. His name's Andy Alms. And he does some really beautiful knives that he forges out of, railroad ties or anything he kind of has.
Yeah, gotcha.
But he does some really, really good work.
Yeah, I would say probably the SC3 or my Cold Steel SRK. I do like my Gerber Strong Arm, but SC makes some pretty strong stuff. So,
see, I haven't really had a chance to fiddle with. What I usually do, I'm in this habit of when I find a knife or something that I like, I don't really venture out. So I stay in my nook, if you will. So I'm kind of partial to certain brands, but
I gotcha.
SOG Seal Pup. SOG makes good knives.
They do. I have the Terminus XR. So that's I think I first started carrying around the Terminus XR when I first started getting the knives, but definitely a good knife. The Pentagon's a good one as well.
The only thing I really haven't seen from SOG yet, and I may be wrong on this, but I haven't seen a button lock from SOG yet.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of interested in seeing what they would come up with that.
Have a great one, Big Movie Fan. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, always nice having you, Big Movie.
Thanks for coming in, Josh. Honestly, it was funny because this Christmas I asked for a Riot Exo Mini, the gravity knife. It's like 200 something. I think it's maybe even 300, I believe. But then I'm kind of like, well, do I really need a gravity knife? All I'm going to do is just sit here and fidget with it. So I decided to go after like a Leatherman Wave Plus instead.
Yeah, the gravity knives are cool. I've seen somebody talk about the exact same brand you mentioned. I don't know if I was watching yours or somebody's was talking about it, but they seem like they're really cool. I like having just like the flipper that you can just fidget with one hand.
And simple.
Believe it or not, last night I was tinkering with, you know how they have that TikTok shop now or whatever?
Do they? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they have a TikTok shop just like Facebook Marketplace, things like that. But it's more for like businesses.
Okay.
And I was tinkering with it, and they're like, hey, prohibited items are gravity knives, assisted knives, spring knives, automatic knives, things like that. So I'm like, okay, well, I just have, everything I have that I sell on the website is a flipper. They're not spring assisted or anything like that. So I tried to put one item on there, and it got flagged and prohibited.
Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Okay, well, no TikTok shop then.
That's horrible. Some of the stuff on there is crazy too, and they're really ruining businesses on that one.
They really are, because they're knives.
Yeah.
You can get them at gas stations if you really want one. So
yep.
It's not that hard to find them.
I agree. What's the sharpest knife y'all have come across from the get-go? That's a tough choice. I'd probably say the Ferromonster Glideman, one of the sharpest knives I've came across.
See, I haven't played with a lot, and I know I said I was partial, but the sharpest one that actually came to me out of the box was probably my Pyrite.
Oh, that thing bit me. Yeah, that thing is sharp.
That's like wicked sharp.
It is. That was crazy. I accidentally closed on my hand one time, and it bit me. But that thing is sharp.
Those things are
a good choice.
Those things are intense. Like I was just playing with it, and I was like, dude, that feels pretty sharp. And I was actually, I actually was playing with it, and believe it or not, I just for giggles, I tried it, and I actually shaved my palm with it.
Jeez.
And it was, they're insanely sharp, but good brand. I haven't had a chance to mess with Spyderco yet, Josh.
Definitely. Oh, you don't have a Spyderco?
No, not yet.
I love Spydercos. Got this PM2 for graduation, I believe, but I love fidgeting with them, especially the Spidey Flick. Just great knives. This is my PM2 I have right here, and then the PM3 with the Shipwreck. I got this exclusively from SMKW, but I love the Shipwreck on that one. So one of my favorite knives by far.
That is a really pretty handle.
Thank you. Yeah. But see the size comparison there. You can see that got the PM2 is a little bit bigger, but I think my next Spyderco will be a Manix 2 or a Tenacious. So
I see actually a lot of people making, like buying the slabs and actually making their own handles too.
Yeah. A lot of people. I think Jimmy Crow does the customizing with that, and like KDK, Dan Kemen. They do that stuff. That's something I want to get into in the future as well when I have a little more time.
Oh yeah, dude, that looks like it's pretty slick how they do that. Like I said, I'm kind of partial to the wood, but some of those G10 and style handles they come out with are really interesting. Dumb question, Weld, but what is the purpose of the big open hole?
The big open hole on the knife blade. You meaning like Spydercos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Personally, I just like reverse flicking it. Like if you just put your middle finger in, then you flick up. That's just an opening method, or you can just ride your thumb. I never ride my thumb because I think it's boring. I usually just reverse flick it, but um, just a knife opening mechanism. Or
Yeah,
obviously,
see,
if you
the
wanna.
only time I usually ride my thumb is when I actually have thumb studs,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll thumb stud it. But yeah, I know that. What was that one that there was a? Oh, it's some weird name. It starts with an A. It's a CJRB knife. It's like a Caius or something.
Um.
They have the same thing. It's not as big of a hole. It's more elongated, but it's the same thing. It's for using different fingers to flick with.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What's going on, Rolf? Good to see you, buddy. I
Rolf, what's
ordered 80s fat carbon sheets to make scales with. Ooh.
that'd be pretty cool.
I do like Spyderco though, but I think I'm alright with them. I might get one more because I like the scales. I actually asked for one. I think it was a Tenacious for Christmas with beautiful scales on it. But I don't think I'm gonna get any more Spydercos because I'm good with my PM2 and PM3.
So I actually have a question for you, Will. Um, what do you prefer when it comes to knife sharpeners?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um,
Because I mean, there's
honestly,
a billion styles.
there is. I'm thinking a work sharp one. I like those ones. I haven't pulled the trigger on one of those yet. However, I do need to. Usually, I think if I ever need a knife sharpened with a wicked mirror on it, I don't know if you know Boston Blade Works. He's on Instagram. He does a lot of really nice knife sharpening. So I think if I really need any good work done on that, I just send mine to him. But really, that's a good question. I do
See,
not
I
know.
think we kind of think alike on that because I right now I'm just like if it's a quick sharpen, whatever. I got a couple V sharpeners,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I've been eyeballing those clamp sharpeners from Work Sharp too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, I want to say I think Mike's knife actually reviewed one,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
it
he's a
seemed
good
like it
content
would.
creator.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He definitely is. What is the hardest knife you have come across that one that you were like, nope, not for me? Mm, I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's a good question.
I don't think I've ever came across one like that. Maybe, oh man, maybe a front flipper. Probably a front flipper for me. I'm okay with the front flipper. I just don't prefer them.
See, for me, I would have to. Okay, so we did a project for a guy a long time ago who wanted a scuba knife. Um,
Okay.
and we actually had to end up switching the knife out because the handles were not removable, and with the handles not being removable, they were plastic, so it's kind of hard to bake that out in an oven. Um, but it was also you had your fixed blade, but then there was a latch at the bottom where it opened for scissors
Oh, okay.
for scuba diving, and
Hmm.
I'm fidgeting with it, and I'm like, yeah, I could see that being bad for me. Um, Instead of biting yourself, you just lob off a finger or something.
Hmm. Yep,
So
yep, for sure.
maybe something like that, but I really haven't seen too many just regular knives where I'm like, no, I don't want it. I mean,
Let's see.
I'd probably buy them all if I could, but
Have I ever came across any shurikens? When I was working at Smoky Mountain Knife Works for a little bit, I did, but I never bought any or anything. Let's see. What's the best knife for? You still there, Brad?
yeah, I'm still here, bud.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Best
What's the
knife.
best knife for filleting?
Ugh.
Um, I think I think a I love Moras, to be honest. The companions and the basics, those are some of my favorite fixed blades. You can get them for like $13 or $15. You don't have to worry about messing like a $200 fixed blade up. I personally love Moras.
Yeah, I haven't really used too many filleting knives, if you will, but I know they're also. I have seen some people that are making they're actually making fillet flippers.
Really?
Sorry, I got to use this name again, but I told you if I see something, I stay with it. I know. I was just browsing Amazon the other day, and CGRB has a fillet style flipper.
Really? I'll have to look at that.
And that was, I actually had the second take at it. I was like, huh, okay. Well, I mean, I can see it for fishermen, I guess.
Yeah, Johnny said he would love a fillet flipper. Me too. Have a great one, Linda. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I could get behind that movement.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say I've seen one or two of them, but that one is the most recent, so it kind of sticks out in the memory.
Mm-hmm.
But they are really interesting looking. I haven't seen too many of them, so when you do see one, it kind of catches your eye.
For sure. Bando Picks picked up a Chavez and a Microjet. I've really wanted a Chavez or Dension for a while. They're just kind of expensive. I don't really want to pay for, I don't know. I don't really want to pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, it's like I see a lot of people, a lot of companies doing the titanium.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, they're pretty. I'll tell you, they're pretty.
Yeah.
But they are dang expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is titanium with the M390 blade. It's a nice knife for sure. I do like titanium, but it can get expensive, especially with like zirconium inlays. I worked with a couple of those. I held, I think like, the brand Something Obscene.
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yeah, they sell like $1,000 knives. I hold my first $1,000 knife there when I was working there, but it's crazy. I would never buy it. I would worry about ruining it, and I would just leave it in my drawer. It's crazy.
That's exactly me, man. I'm telling you right now, if I bought a $1,000 knife, the next day it would be broken or destroyed, and I would be furious.
Yep. Oh yeah, I would bawl. I'm not gonna lie.
That's like going and buying a car and then being like, well, let's just smash it into a pole. Like I couldn't do it.
Or something. Yep. That's crazy. I would never.
I mean, it sounds cool. Don't get me wrong, but
it does.
I also kind of worry with I see the titanium. They have the titanium handles too.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of worry about titanium handles because I mean, not everybody does, but one thing about titanium is it is very strong, but you get abrasions easily. So light scratches.
Mm-hmm.
It will scratch slightly. So I would kind of worry about the handles, like being, you're wearing rings or whatever, in and out of your pocket all the time. I feel like it might scuff up or scratch.
Oh, it's an Ultim. See, I have a love-hate relationship with Ultim. Sometimes I like it. I mean, so North Mountain Blade, they sent me this one to review. This one's San Mai. Blade's still on there. It's a nice knife with the G10, I think handle material. Yeah, G10 handle material. Nice knife. They're sending me one in Ultim to review. I don't know when it's going to be here, but my point of that is I do like Ultim. Only sometimes, only on some knives. Others, I just hate the look of it. But
see, I really haven't had too much of a chance to play with Ultim, but I do know. So I used to be a pretty big vapor, and I do remember the Ultim drip tips. So I'm not sure if I really like the color.
Yeah.
It's kind of that amberish looking. I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of it, but that's the only thing I really can picture when I picture Ultim.
Yeah. By the way, I heard Johnny's Corner talking about how this is one from North Mountain Blade. If you use code WELD88, you will get 10% off. It helps me a lot too. I get 10% commission from it. So if you guys are interested in that, I do love the reflective blade on there. So. But yeah, Weld88 for 10% off. I highly recommend reaching out to them if you want to review a couple of the knives. I don't know if you reach out to brands to review, but they're awesome to work with. They're good people. Dave, what's going on? Good to see you.
What did you say the company was again?
North Mountain Blade. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in chat here so it's easier.
Okay.
North Mountain Blade. But yeah, but she's awesome. She's great to work with.
Who knows? Maybe they'll want one. Maybe they'll want one Cerakote.
Heck yeah, I'm sure they would.
We have some. Believe it or not, I did. It was a long shot, but I did reach out to CJRB, and I was like, "Hey, just so you know," and I never heard anything back. But you know, a lot of the big corporations that do knives, I feel like they're kind of a hit and miss when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm not gonna go out and try to reach out to, like, Gerber or somebody.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Because I'm just gonna get the no.
Yeah, or no response. Usually, I get a no response, but I just keep trying. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if it is something that they'd be interested in, I wouldn't mind doing it at all.
Mm-hmm.
It might be kind of intriguing to try out.
For sure. What's going on, Ron? How's your day going, buddy? Squatch, I said I need a neck knife, but I can't afford one. For me, my favorite neck knife is a Cerakote Minimalist. I have one in here, actually. I know it's Desert Warrior, and some people don't like the Desert Warrior because the whole thing with Blade HQ and CDC and stuff. But I do like this one a lot. You can get it in like different colors, like blue and green. So cool little neck knife. Even though I never use it as a neck knife, I use it like a kind of horizontal carry or kind of on my belt. But this one's pretty cool. You got the 3 fingers and the 4th finger on the lanyard right there. So one of my favorite ones. I think this one's only around like 20 or 30, I believe. So Cerakote Minimalist Squat Shot doesn't cost a lot at all. You got the what is this? Kydex? No, something. I think it might be.
Yeah,
Kydex.
I think that's Kydex.
Yeah, I think it's Kydex.
I actually, believe it or not, I work with a guy. When I kind of started doing the whole Cerakote venture, he started doing Kydex.
Okay, good to see you, Skeeter.
He does like custom Kydex holders and sheaths and things like that for people, but it's actually kind of interesting to work with. It is really weird though, because if Kydex gets hot at all, it loses all shape and form.
Really?
Yeah. So if you get like, not obviously day-to-day wear, but if you get any kind of Kydex and you get it past 150 degrees, it starts getting really soft.
Okay.
And eventually, it just flattens out.
Just disintegrates. The Coastal Bird and Game is a good necker. Haven't heard of that one. Ken, it's good to see you. Cerakote Chopper, yeah, that one's a good one as well. I've been off this elbow. I can't afford anything. It happens to us, Squat Shot.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
You.
That's not too uncommon at all these days. So,
yep.
Yeah, I always tell people, because some people, when they look at our channel and look at stuff we do and stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, I'd love to do it, but I can't afford it." Or and here's the thing, I don't expect anybody to do anything they can't afford. So by all means, we're all for people checking it out and stuff. And if Cerakote is something you ever want to do, I mean, we're always here. So it's not just going to go away.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And that was the thing with that Riyadh Exo Mini too. Is like, I want it, but like, would I rather get like 5 budget knives? I can get a couple budget knives for the price of one gravity knife, and I wouldn't even do anything with the gravity knife. So I'm kind of like weighing out my options on that one.
Yeah, it's kind of got to justify like what you want versus, is it something that's going to be useful, or is it something that's just going to be fun?
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. So
that's like right now it's for fun.
That's like a while back. My wife and I actually just got our first real new car. We've never actually had a brand new car before. We always buy used. And when we were looking, of course, we were looking at like, the Wranglers and stuff like that, because they're pretty. Don't get me wrong, but it really is just that they're just pretty. There is no, there's no real back seat for the kids or anything. There's no real nothing like that. So it's just, you can take the top off when it's warm. So I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of tricky to discern between
I agree.
And need, but I mean, I tell everybody, there's two places I would never work. I would never work at a firearm store, and I would never work at a motorcycle store, because I would never bring home a check. I'd blow it all.
I definitely agree. Couldn't agree more. Yeah. What did someone say that reminded me of something? I forgot already. But yeah, same. I'm going to college for being a welder right now, and I want a sports bike really bad. But I'm like, I'm gonna need a truck more to haul all my equipment and stuff. So I'm not gonna be getting a bike anytime soon, because I need to make the more responsible decision with that. So,
if you want a sports bike really bad, do not go look at our channel. I have a Ninja 650.
Okay.
And we actually, it was weeks long, but we Cerakoted the entire bike.
Jesus, send that my way.
So it actually, we've done it twice. So I Cerakoted it blue, but one thing I really wanted was stencil work on it, because that's kind of the big thing when it comes to Cerakote. So we actually ended up doing stencils on it as well, and we added some really bright green accents. So
it must look beautiful.
It took a while, and look, I'm going to be flat out honest with you guys. If I wasn't a Cerakoter, it probably wouldn't have got done. So, because that was a heck of a project, but it was definitely fun, and it was cool for people to see, like, just a standard, just black bike off the floor, come into something and be a little different. I mean, honestly, I think that's probably the funnest part of doing this kind of stuff, because you take something that is normal and you make it unique.
Yeah, it must look beautiful.
So if you're fighting wanting a bike, well, just hold off on checking that video out, buddy. I mean,
I will, because my dad doesn't know anyway, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah, they're fun.
He doesn't want me to die yet, so.
Well, here's what I tell people: if you want a bike, okay, they're gonna try to sell you on two things. One, they're gonna try to sell you a lower CC, or they're gonna try to sell you the 1,000.
Yeah. I know I'm not getting out 1,000 my first time getting a bike, so.
Well, dude, to be honest, I got a 650, and the guy at the shop was actually, he was a nice guy, but he told me, he goes, people get 1,000s just to say they have them. The 650 is more than enough to carry you and a passenger on the highway, and that's all I needed. So,
but it's also gonna take some time to learn and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man. I highly recommend people to take the abate course, just because it is, for a week or two, you will feel kind of stupid, because you're this group of guys on bikes in the parking lot. But honestly, half the stuff I learned how to ride a bike was from that abate course.
I agree.
And they're usually like guys that have ridden Harleys their whole life that are teaching you. You will get picked on for wanting a sports bike, but
that's okay. I'm ready for that. Squatch said, "Can you Cerakote a slingshot frame?" It's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there's not too many things you can't Cerakote. We've Cerakoted steel, titanium. I've Cerakoted wood. I've Cerakoted, certain polymers. There's not a lot you can't Cerakote, so you can absolutely. I wouldn't see there being any reason why you can't Cerakote a slingshot frame.
That's good to know because I know we have a lot of slingshotters in here.
Oh, do
That's
you?
awesome. No, yeah. I pop in and out of the slingshot community. Met a lot of good people in there. They're trying to build their community a lot. So I actually just got a cool slingshot here from my buddy named Web Shooter Slings that I have to tune and everything. But he sent me a cool slingshot here. My first ever slingshot.
Oh, right on, man.
Heck yeah! So I'm gonna have to find somewhere to shoot this one. I live in an apartment right now. We're getting a house built because we just moved to Tennessee from Chicago. So.
Awesome. My in-laws live in Tennessee, so.
Oh, really nice. I live East Tennessee, so.
Yeah, they're.
A little quiet over here.
I want to say, yeah, they're east as well.
Oh, sweet. Heck yeah, it's beautiful.
They're over by Tazewell.
Oh, I know where that's at. Okay, nice. I'm in Alcoa, so. My first flight was 750. I want a scooter. Let's see. He said, Brad, can you Cerakote a stencil?
A stencil? I think Johnny's messing with us, man.
Hello, well in the chat. What's going on, Prospector Jason E. Minor? Getting ready to hang out for my boy's 20th birthday. Well, tell him I said happy birthday.
Absolutely, man. That's a milestone.
I have 2 more years to get there.
Well, for an older fella that has kids, just the fact that your kid made it to 20 is a milestone. So,
heck yeah.
Sure. You know, as parents, they don't give. There is no instruction books.
Mm-hmm. For sure, it's definitely an accomplishment.
But yeah, I actually, a long time ago, my son wanted a slingshot, so I didn't know too much about them. I ended up getting online and getting one. And have you ever done any tasks where you're like, you know, I'll try it, but then you're actually kind of good at it?
Not schoolwork, so no.
Well, slingshotting, you know, to be honest, I never really put 2 thoughts into it, but I'm actually a pretty good crack shot with a slingshot.
Oh, heck yeah. You're gonna have to come over and teach me how to do it.
Dude, I don't even know how I do it. Like,
just aim and hope you hit it.
Yeah, when I got it for our kid, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be good at this at all. And then I turned it out being not half bad, and I'm like, okay, well, that was a surprise.
That's good. Heck yeah. Thank you, Johnny's Corner. Appreciate that. 36 likes. Awesome.
Oh, cool. Slingshots. Yeah. Cool. I also kind of like the fact that you started making the ceramic slingshot balls to shoot instead of just metal. Because nobody likes to run over the metal ones with lawnmowers. So.
Thank you, Ron. Heck yeah. It's Unknown Magic of Talent. Yeah, I wonder how hard shooting a slingshot actually is. I think I've shot one of like the toy ones when I was younger, but none of these fancier ones now.
If you don't shoot yourself, you're winning.
Yeah, right. If you don't shoot the wrong way.
The only thing I always fear with slingshots, because I used to be a big bow guy. The only thing I fear with slingshots is having the actual latex or sling snap while I'm trying to shoot it. Yeah. It's the only thing I kind of worry about.
Oh, knocked my camera over. Let's see. Shot twice as a kid, got in trouble, haven't gotten another.
Well, that would be me. Good reason to not get another, I guess.
That's funny.
I would tell you that if Johnny had a slingshot, he'd probably end up shooting Maddie. And so it's probably a good thing you just don't have one, Johnny.
That's funny. Just don't shoot your eye out like in the movie. That's a good movie.
Dude, honest to God's truth, my son's first birthday, his grandfather got him a Red Ryder BB gun, and he was 1. And you know, my wife and I are like, dude, he's 1. Like, he's 1.
Gotta start him early.
Just save it for him. He'll use it when he gets older.
Yeah, why get him it later when you can get him now?
Yeah, it's that kind of like don't get me wrong, we did save it for him, and he did end up really enjoying it. But I'm like, he's 1, man.
Got to start him young, right?
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Sometimes I would say a little too young, but
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I remember how I was as a kid.
That thanks, Maddie, and the whole world knows I'm a terrible slingshot.
You know, to be honest, what kind of surprises me is I don't know if I know you're a knife guy, but I don't know if you've ever looked into the price of butterfly knives lately.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Dude,
when
I got mine, now I'm talking back in the 90s, guys. But when I got mine, I paid like $15 for it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And this kid comes to work. I got a butterfly knife. I only paid $50. I'm like, dude, I paid $15 for mine.
It's crazy.
Yes,
it really is.
So I am actually, for the regulars that are anybody else really, but for the regulars that are to my channel, there will be a video dropping tonight. There will be a premiere.
Sweet, I'll try to make it.
Yeah, it's actually I did the so the reason I say that is because people that have been like on the premieres and stuff, they kind of know, they've kind of been waiting for the CJRB knife because I've been talking about it. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually, that video will drop hopefully this evening.
Sweet.
Don't know this, but Walmart has a sleeve. Just say no, Johnny. Just say no.
Boom, I would definitely check it out.
Yeah, don't look. Johnny with a slingshot is the last thing we need, guys.
That's funny.
It's the last thing we need.
I can't talk because I don't know if I'm going to shoot myself.
Yeah.
There is Brad's channel. Please go check that out.
Appreciate everybody. I do. You know, it's funny because it's like when people start a YouTube, I feel like everybody and their brother thinks that they're going to have 1,000 subscribers by noon.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's not the case.
It does not. It takes a lot of work, a lot of videos, a lot of effort. It can't give up. You have to keep. YouTube will take it away. Like when I was going from 0 to 500 subs, YouTube would remove 30 of my subs overnight. Like 30. Yeah. It's crazy.
I'll still get it today. Like if somebody just subs me, I'm like, ooh, I went up 1 subscriber, and then I'll go on the next day and it's like they took away 2. I'm like, really?
Then you have to get back up to where you were, plus a little bit more to gain some. So it's hard. People think they're just gonna walk into like 1,000 subs, like you said, but it takes work. It takes a lot of effort. So
I'm actually
minor.
I'm sitting over here on the side. I'm flicking the CJRB knife, but because the premiere hasn't aired out yet, I can't show it. I'm just having a day of time, guys. But
we'll have to be there to find out.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. It came out pretty good. And there's 132 colors of Cerakote. So we every once in a while we will take a few colors and we'll mix colors to get the exact color we need.
Oh, okay.
We do that a lot with hold on, I saw something that said see Squash's comment. I don't know what.
Go up. Where's it at?
It's not letting me move for some reason.
Can I get a hold of him to get a frame done? Maybe hook me up on a price and I'll promote his company.
Yeah, I mean, you can. So if you go to our website, it's Buerkle Cerakote, just as the channel spelled, buerklecerakote.com. There's a form right on the website that says contact us. Just hit me up. Let me know, who you are, and we'll figure something out, Squatch.
He said, I'll send you my aluminum pickle fork if you want to do one for advertisement. I'll promote the crap out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can, hit me up, email me, and we'll set something up with you. Oh, there you go, Maddie.
Website. Thank you, Maddie.
Yeah, you should have it. You're on my website every hour. Okay, I'll be right back. I will get
That's
you.
right.
I'm going to show you the knife that has Maddie on my website every 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
So I'll be right back, Will.
Gotcha. Let's see. Love fidgeting with the Kaiser drop bear. I actually got this one from a buddy named Chris. Really nice dude. It's got a little blade plane there. You gotta tighten up the pivot, but if you guys are looking for a pretty nice knife, I think this one was like 110, I believe, but it's awesome. Definitely check out Kaiser's stuff. That's because they all on my wish list. Don't you dare, Brad. I got things better to do first. That's funny. You had an awesome live the other day, Johnny. Awesome work. But yeah, Johnny, also, if you ever want to go live together, or anyone on here, if you ever want to go live together, please let me know. Shoot me an email, weldandcarry@gmail.com. But yeah, if anyone wants to go live together, please let me know. Also, if you want any Weld and Carry stickers, I just sent some out today. Please email me there as well. I got some circle stickers and square ones. And if you want me to have any of your stickers, I do have a sticker wall. So got a bunch of awesome channels on there. If you want me to go ahead and push you up here, just email me. We can get that arranged. And yeah. Let's see. Do you have a link in your website? Johnny, I don't have a website because I don't sell anything. But I do have a Instagram. It's just Weld and Carry all together, like my YouTube. But I just post a bunch of knives on there. I shout some people out. So yeah, hit me up. Love to interview. Heck yeah, Johnny. Yeah, whenever yeah, you hit me up. Yeah, whenever you want to, just email me. I got a kind of a tight schedule right now because of school and work and everything. But I'll try to get that live with you, man. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm getting close to 500 subs. Awesome, Adventure 50. If you guys aren't yet subscribed to Adventure 50, please go over there and show them some support. Great channel over there. I think I'll get in the drop area. Yeah, it's the knife you're talking about. Which one, Johnny? The Chop 2? This one is from North Mountain Blade. Use code WELD88 for 10% off. This one is the Kaiser drop bear. This one is from Kaiser. If you just search up Kaiser, that's where they are. The North Mountain Blade. If you use code WELD88, that's where it's at. Yeah, North Mountain Blade, Johnny's Corner. Yeah, that's the one. Go on their website. This is called the Chop 2, like you're chopping something, CHOP 2. Really nice reflective blade on there. So, yep, no problem, Johnny. Heck yeah, man. So if you're interested in that one, it's really nice. I love the blade on there. Super smooth action. Absolutely fell in love with that blade. But there's a button lock, just falls straight down. Great customer service. The person who runs the business is really nice. So awesome. They're sending me one in Altum too because they like working with me and I like working with them as well. So I'm interested in reviewing that for them. But yeah, North Mountain. But yeah, the drop bear is an awesome knife, Ron. I give you a link, but I don't want no stickers. Damn, Ralph, you don't want any stickers from me? That's horrible.
Okay, so I was in there trying to find it and realized that it's actually already packaged up. So could not get it, but I think it's on the website, but it is, or it was on the website. But a lot of these, so we did this series, and a lot of people were wondering why there's only one in stock here and there.
Mm-hmm.
These two, the shark and the snakeskin, they were actually in a set, and I cannot get these anymore. So
okay.
Oh Lord. Honestly, eventually, I'm kind of looking forward to getting my first Spyderco and seeing what all the hype is about.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm definitely kind of looking forward to that. But
for sure,
I have yet to hit that milestone. So, I mean, I'm sure it'll happen someday.
Heck yeah, yeah. Well, Eagle Scout makes 100 subs. Congratulations. That's always the hardest to do.
Yeah, the first 100 is always the hardest.
Addicted to Blades, what is going on, brother? Good to see you. There's Adventure 50's channel. Yeah, have a good one. Have a great one, 406 Miner. But yeah, Spydercos are awesome knives. I do love my PM2 and PM3, but
see, I mean, to be honest, I would probably have no issue just getting one if I didn't think my wife would kill me. Because I know Spydercos are a little pricey. So
yeah, they are. I think this one was like 220.
Yeah.
This one was 220, and then this one was like, I think they're both around the same actually, both around 220.
And Brad, my bad.
That's funny.
Yeah. So there is, Johnny. I don't think it. I think your bank account's already in danger, and I don't think we had anything to do with
it. That's funny.
Okay, I lied. I probably did have something to do with it, but yeah, he's Johnny. He likes to support, and he's a pretty awesome fella. So if anybody's interested in the magnet fishing realm or the metal detecting realm, definitely worth a look. So
heck yeah, for sure.
They actually find some pretty interesting things just in their backyard. So
oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, even I remember what I was going to say earlier. I was just going to bring up that a lot of people think that what they do, like with knife reviews and everything, like they're salesmen. I don't even like to call myself that because I like to give honest reviews. Like if I'm trying to promote a knife, it's not just because I want to earn commission. It's because I actually think the knife is good. I like to give people honest reviews on what I think about it, not just pushing it. Same thing with that the SE folder. That thing was way too stiff. I don't know if you know what the SE Zancudo, that one video I did, it was very stiff, but I do like to give my honest opinion on the knives.
Yeah, I will say that I actually, in one of my videos, I said that, that, you know, if anybody does send us any knives for review, I'm not going to botch the review. Now, I'm not going to be a jerk and be like, oh, I hate this. It's a piece of crap. I hate that. I'm more of the type that's like, you know, what I would like to see is if this was different or, you know, stuff like that. I'm not going to rip apart somebody's product, but at the same time, I'm not going to
give your honest feedback on them.
So, there's way too many people with 300,000 subscribers that do that. So
yeah, no, I definitely agree. Even with Benchmade, I'm gonna be honest. Benchmade is getting way too crazy with their prices. That Benchmade Narrows is not worth $500 in my opinion. Same thing with butterfly knives they're coming out with.
And that's kind of like I've seen some of the Benchmade stuff, and I'm just like, really? Like, I don't know. I'm not saying Benchmade doesn't make a good knife, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it just got me thinking that something's not right.
I appreciate that, Johnny. It's awesome to have you here, man. But yeah, that's the same way I feel. I do have the Benchmade bug out. Don't get me wrong. I love that knife. Hogue Deca. It's kind of like a Benchmade bug out killer. But I think my dad got this one for me as a gift on sale for like $120. Super awesome deal with Magna Cut blade steel. But even like 180 on the Benchmade bug out, even though it's light, it still is an S35 or S45 VN blade steel. But I do like the Hogue Deca. I think a little bit more than I like my bug out.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, sent you a picture, Brad. Okay, I'll check that in a minute. Summer ran off with my phone, so she's doing something in the house. She's been out because my Cerakote shop right now it's home based.
Okay.
We started that way until we didn't want to be one of those businesses that took out 50 different loans. So yeah. I started at the house, and when I build up clientele, when I build up revenue, we'll buy a shop. But
that's my idea.
Until then, she's been out in the garage like 3 times, and one of the times she grabbed a screwdriver, and I'm like, okay, something's going on. You'll find that out when you get married, Weld. But if your wife comes out and grabs a screwdriver, you're missing something. Okay.
That's funny. Oh man. Well, I guess I was shut down hardcore. What did
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, wait a minute.
What did I miss? Did I miss something?
I think everybody, we both missed something here.
Let me scroll up. I don't think I'm missing anything. What did you?
Because I see where he said please, but I don't.
I'm already printing out the flyers for her.
Wendy said I could buy no knives.
I don't think I missed anything. Wendy said I couldn't buy no knives. Marie's an Mom, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, what's up?
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm a lot. To be honest, a lot of the Cerakote we do is no 220.
I only have 3. I don't go for the super expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
this one was free.
Don't get me wrong; the super expensive knives are great.
Mm-hmm.
They're wonderful. I'd love to have one, but to be honest, in my own little purchasing, I tend to lean more towards consumer knives, just because I like showing people something that anybody can carry throughout the day. Now, our Cerakote knives, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Our Cerakote knives on our website, they're usually anywhere between, I mean, depending on the knife brand, they're probably going to be anywhere between $60 to $150.
That's definitely reasonable.
Yeah, it just depends on the brand. So, you know,
that makes sense. Yeah.
If you have to buy the knife first, more expensive knife, it ups the price. So, that I can't help, but we try to keep it reasonable.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's definitely reasonable.
Bear and Boss Lady.
What's going on, Bear? Good to have you here, buddy. 220. Yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and buy like a $500 McNeese. I mean, McNeeses are nice, but I refuse to do that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Again, it'd be one of those situations where I would get it, I would break it, and I would hate myself. So I couldn't do it. But
I would just put in like a jewelry box.
Yeah,
just keep it there.
Just sit there. Now I do. It's in a box somewhere, so I mean, I couldn't show it if I wanted to. But I do have my grandfather. I actually have his bayonet from Normandy.
Really?
Yeah.
That is sick.
I mean, it's awesome. It's covered in, machine oil, and you could tell it was used because it's got dings and dents on it, and looks like he used it to pound in steaks and all kinds of stuff. But
that's awesome.
A lot of that old stuff. I'm kind of a history buff, but
no, yeah, very cool. Definitely sparks my interest.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoy the going out magnet fishing myself, but when I get a chance to do that, I do.
Chopstick, take her out on an awesome date and ask her, and then tell her you already bought it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I mean, you could go that route.
Until you have to return it.
Yeah. They ask you why, and they're like, well, so what happened was.
It was an oopsie.
Yeah.
I accidentally clicked it.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked it. I'm so sorry, my bad.
And then I accidentally typed in my credit card information.
Yeah, don't know how that got there, bro. Like,
must not be mine. Wendy, what if I buy it? Oh yeah, imagine that. Wendy, what if I buy it and give it as a gift?
Yeah, Wendy, what if he buys it and gives it as a gift to me? So.
Yeah. Well, you have to buy yourself one and buy your wife one.
This opens really smooth, honey, so I bought it for your protection.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's how you do it. Because I just care about you so much.
Just make sure it stays in my truck, okay?
Yep. I mean, it's yours, but it's kind of technically mine.
I'll let you in on a little piece of information, Weld. I always tell people, if you're thinking of, and this is a little left field, but since we're talking about the Greg and Wendy show over here, I always tell people, oh, shoot, that was not supposed to happen. I always tell people that Find a woman.
Copyright.
Yeah, right. Find a
Kickoff.
woman that lets you say you wear the pants in front of your friends.
Ooh.
Because everybody's going to know it's not true. Is it 6 tonight? That'll be 7 Eastern Standard Time.
Is it 4:04 for you right now? Are you Central?
No, I'm Eastern.
Okay, Eastern. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Eastern, so it'll be 4 Eastern Standard Time. I'm multitasking. I'm uploading that too. So.
Oh, gotcha. It could be one time Mrs. Riley ordered a 300 off the Walking Dead series from Amazon and it happens. Holy.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a misclick.
Yeah, we had we actually, when my son was younger, we had to set parental controls strictly because he wanted to watch Scooby-Doo, like
Yeah.
the series cartoon.
Yeah.
He ended up ordering and subscribing to something and ended up paying for each of those series.
Oh.
And I called him and I'm like, bro, this is my kid. No, like, take it off. I didn't order this. Definitely my kid. So, and they did. They took it off and refunded and, canceled the subscription and stuff because apparently they'd had it before. But, yeah, you really got to be careful these days because, I mean, ordering that kind of stuff, it's one click.
Mm-hmm.
And even Amazon, one click. So,
yep.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Yeah, it's really easy to do stuff nowadays like that.
Oh, without a doubt. We actually had, what was that? That was probably, honestly, that's probably when my kid was like 11. So, I mean, kind of happens to everybody. So,
very true.
But yeah, we we'll try to keep up some of the Cerakote videos and stuff like that with the EDC style knives, and I just try to do some, and then once we sell, then I get more. But we'll see how it goes.
Yep, for sure. Do you own any ZT knives, zero tolerance?
I don't. I've heard of them though.
Awesome knives, I think. This one's spring assist. This one's a 350. Really I think this one was like 188, I believe, but well worth it.
See, American made. I'm kind of new to the. I come from the era of when you walk into like, a pawn shop or like one of those thrift stores, and you're like, oh, they got knives here. I want that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of my era, and then I hear people now talking about these different knife brands and manufacturers, and I'm like, ooh, I want to get one, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, it's like the more you know about knives, the more you don't. It's just there's just so much to learn about a knife. I mean, you got blade steel, hand material, what's corrosion resistant, what has a good heat treat on it. There's just so much to know about it.
There really is. I even had a neighbor of mine in our place where we live now. He's moved to North Carolina, but he had his own forge in his backyard. And he made a forge out of an old F550 rotor.
Jesus.
Hooked up like piping and a blow dryer and just bought coal. That dude would make knives out of files, wrenches, anything that was old and didn't need to be used anymore. And some of them were really cool. But he actually let me try it once. And I'm telling you, forging is not an easy thing to do.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not.
It was rough. I think I was at it for like an hour and a half, and I got an eighth of the way there. So, I mean, you're literally beating hot steel all day.
Then you got to quench and heat treat. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's not as easy as forged in fire makes it look.
Oh yeah, those are just like 10-minute spurs. It's a lot.
Yeah, everybody. I think that show's kind of ruined some people. Especially with the whole series being like an hour long. People are like, "Oh, it's not going to be that hard at all," and then you do it and you realize that it takes quite a bit of work.
It does. It really does.
Especially if you're not, if you don't already have the like $1,000 propane forge that you need to do it that quick. So,
yep, for sure.
I mean, it was fun though.
What's going on, Fibit Bit? Good to see you. Knives are fun. They serve a good purpose. They really do. You never know how much you need one until you need one. Like if I leave the house without a knife, I automatically feel naked. I have to. There's no way I'm leaving a house without a knife at all. I usually carry two, but I just never leave the house without one.
See, with me, I'm always like, I always have it, and then when I reach for it and it's not there, I'm like,
my heart drops.
God dang it. I knew I did something stupid.
It's crazy. I always do like the pat. I just pat my side to make sure I still have it. But it's when I feel it and it's not there, and then I'm like, oh yeah, wait, I'm not in an amusement park. Can't have one there.
I'll speak for everybody when I say, I think when you reach a certain age, you do that anyway. So, I mean, I reached that age where I pat myself regardless.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I've developed that at a young age. Usually people do that when they're older. Wendy, I've got a lot of knives by just collecting dust. Oh well.
No, I'm actually surprised though, Weld, that you're doing. To be honest, I'm surprised you're doing welding because a lot of younger guys these days don't really like the manual.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to think I'm a little bit different. I do like the hard work and work with my hands, and when I eventually when I get older, I want to be a blacksmith and a forger, and I want to travel for welding and stuff. So I'm kind of more of that blue collar thing. A lot of like kids my age, they want to go into business and stuff, but I like the more blue collar stuff. So
gotta be honest, man. I have a friend who actually got his MBA, and there is more money in manual and welding and skilled trades than there is in MBA. I will say, obviously, you can make money with an MBA, but you're going to be working 80 hours a week, and that's minimum because all of his friends that make over six figures that he graduated with, they're pulling 80-hour weeks.
Yeah,
and that doesn't usually change. So, I mean, by all means, do what makes you happy, but they're starting plumbers at $80,000 a year now, bro. So,
yeah, it's crazy. When I was in high school, I went to a trade school attached, and they were offering us to drop out of high school, and they'll give us like $35 an hour starting pay. At our age, yeah. They'd offer to train us on the job and everything. I'm like, I can't drop out. I need a high school. I need a high school diploma.
Yeah, my son's actually talking about graduating early, not necessarily dropping out, but graduating early. And I'm just like, if as long as you graduate and you have that diploma, do what you want. But I'm not sure exactly what he wants to do yet. So
okay. And when I did expose myself to danger, went to space, I had to get out fast, and I don't carry that day so far. Got out fast. Yeah, you never know how much you. Even I've gotten away from carrying a multi-tool rock tool. Some this one to review. This is the SKO2. I even like having this on me, either this or a Leatherman. I really kind of got away from carrying a multi-tool when I should always do it, even for the pliers and everything. So I don't know. I just always like carrying a knife. You never know how much you need until a friend gets stuck in somewhere, or there's just so many different situations.
Oh yeah, there is.
Dude, especially nowadays, you need to have a knife on you.
Yeah, you never know when you need one.
Greg uses knives. I always carry two knives. I live by two, and one is none. Yeah, Yeah, if you can't reach on your right side, you're gonna need one on your left. If you can't reach on your left side, you're gonna need one on your right. Say you're restricted and you can't reach a certain way. You need to have a backup plan. You need to be able to reach a different side. Brown Sugar, good to see you.
That's actually honestly why I kind of like some of them now. I did notice that the belt clip holes are on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
depending on where you usually reach. So I think that's that's a nice feature.
It definitely is. Are you a tip down guy or are you a tip up guy with
Ooh,
your pocket clips?
I'd have to say I'm a dude. I'm a tip down.
I'm a tip down too, and everyone doesn't
So,
like me for it, but
I mean, it's
but
just
I'm a
it's
tip down
natural to
guy.
me.
It
So,
is, yeah.
um, do you know why knives are so awesome?
What's going on, Mike? But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I like tip up, but then when I put my hand in my pocket, I tend to flip it. So like with tip down, I'm always used to tipping it. So you have it in your pocket like this. I'm just used to flipping it and going right away. With tip up, I don't know. I just not used to it, and I want to have something I'm comfortable with when I'm in a bad situation. So I never changed it.
Yeah, that's me. I feel like if I did ride tip up, I would when I had it, and if I ever did need it, like an emergency situation, it'd take me like 5 seconds, 10 seconds to actually figure out what the heck I was doing.
Hmm.
So I just always ride with it how it's comfortable. Absolutely. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that, buddy.
Weld's kind of knowledgeable when it comes to knives, so
I,
um,
I appreciate that, man. I'm not anywhere where I'd want to be with knowing anything about that, but I like to think I'm still better than some people at it. So, and it's awesome to have you on here, and I have a lot of respect for you and your business. So I appreciate you coming on and everything, and
yeah,
just want
I
to
mean,
tell you
I
you're doing great. And
definitely appreciate it, man. Like
yeah,
you know, we try our best. There's a lot of stuff people really misunderstand. Like they think Cerakote's a guy in his garage with a spray can.
hmm.
But I will tell you, I've spray painted, I've HVLP painted, and
Hmm.
none of it comes close to having to freaking Cerakote.
Yeah,
This stuff
it's an art,
is
man.
it's great. It's a ceramic base, so it really does awesome with corrosion and like heat and durability. But if there's any kind of oil left on the substrate, or if it's not sandblasted correctly, or anything, it's not forgiving. Cerakote will fail.
Yeah.
So you really have to make sure. I mean, we wear rubber gloves all the time at the shop. We're blowing everything off every time before we coat it. We're sandblasting it. We're baking it out. We're acetoning it. It's a process. Um, it's definitely a process, but especially when you're doing like freaking 5 foot headers and exhaust systems for cars. But um, it was it's been a fun ride so far. I do have to say, I really would people, you know how like you if you see a Porsche or Ferrari or something like that, you're like, oh, dude, that was a Ferrari, or
Hmm.
I sadly I say I kind of seem like a jerk now because I'm so used to seeing those at the guy's shop. Not that I ever would have enough money to own one, but I'm so used to seeing them where it just doesn't surprise me seeing them anymore.
Hmm. For
Um,
sure.
so I end up kind of looking like a stuck up jerk when I do it. But I'm like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's like if you see it every day, it's not as surprising. Um,
Yeah.
but it definitely is cool seeing it. It's like the $1,000
Used
knife.
to it.
I don't think I'd ever own one.
Yeah. I definitely agree. Even I don't know. A car that I do want is a Mustang, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on something I can just, I don't know, kind of save. It's like why spend when you can save? I don't know.
I
He's a
tell my
good
wife all
guy.
the time, I could win the lottery tomorrow, bro, and I'd buy a nice truck.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
I mean, they can keep the sports cars because, to be honest, I don't know how the roads are in Tennessee, but here in Indiana, you don't have anywhere you could drive it anyway.
They here it's not bad because you have mild winters, so the roads don't freeze or anything, and there's driving through the mountains really cool and everything. So,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah. See,
everyone
here,
can't really drive here, so.
dude, we got potholes every like 2 miles.
Okay, yeah, it's not horrible
So
here.
you drive a Porsche or something that's an inch from the ground, you're gonna bottom out the first time you take it out. Nez, what's up?
What's going on, Nez? Good to see you.
Oh, I was gonna. So I had one of our people mention this, and I was
Thank
just
you,
letting
Ron.
them know we are doing it now. So I started doing this with our knives. We do have a laser engraver, so
Sweet.
all of our knives actually come with a little wood slate that has our logo, and it actually says "Thank you for your order," and it has a serial number.
Oh, that's sweet.
So you have proof of, that it was done Cerakote by us. My wife actually does sublimation, and on all the sublimation cups we have done for people before, our little logo is at the bottom, just so it it's done by us. So
that's awesome.
We do have our own little marks that we like to just have people see.
Yeah, it makes it unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh, thanks, Maddie.
Yeah, but the thing with me, Ron, is I don't like to make my live streams all about me. I like to make them about people. I like to show people the same support they've shown me. So, even though I have my channel and everything, I still like to make sure that everyone else has the equal amount of support I do get.
I 100% agree with that. I'm not. I would like to repeat, not tooting my own horn when I say this, but have you ever heard of a group called Let's Get Magnetic?
They sound familiar.
So I found it was a little New York company, a little New York City group that they like to magnafish.
Okay.
And they had 50 subs. And I'm like, bro, you're in New York City. Like, come up on a live. We'll spout you out. Because New York City is full of people, and their waterways would be the best to magnet fish because God only knows what you're going to find.
Yeah.
So they actually ended up finding a safe with $150,000 in it.
Jeez.
They got to keep the money, and they now have, I looked this morning, they have 22,500 subscribers.
Yeah, I mean, it can. Oh, my camera is not focused. It can just happen like that. Any given time, something could just flick.
Dude, when I brought them up, they had 50.
But the thing is, like, even like if someone happened and my channel just boomed, I would want to make sure I'm supporting all the people who help me get there as well. So if I just right now looked and I had like 300,000 subscribers, I would try to get everyone I could to go check out the smaller ones as well. So I think it's,
Dude, without a doubt. Like at the time I brought him up, I think we've been in the 300 era for a while. So at the time, I think I had 300 when I brought him up. And I'm like, he's like, well, hopefully I'll get some, I only have 50. And now a year and a half later, I'm like, bro, you want to hook me up? Like,
yeah, right. I know, it's ridiculous.
But they're really good guys. They do it like every day. So
that's awesome.
With me, I don't really have the time to do it every day, but they do it all.
You're like, that one time that I shouted you out when you had 50.
Yeah.
What's going on, Justin? Good to see you.
You wanna hook us up? And they're like, dude, absolutely, no problem. Yeah. And I felt kind of stupid because I'm like, I'm asking people that I help too, and I'm like, I feel kind of stupid saying it, but they're nice people, so they had no problem at all, and they've been interviewed they were on like the Today Show, and they've been on.
Oh, really?
Australian news and German news, and because everybody was interested on this couple that found 150 grand in a freaking stream in New York City. So
that's awesome, man.
But they're interesting fellas. They were over by the UN building in New York City.
Okay.
And they actually ended up on one of their magnet fishing journeys, they shut down the UN building and blocks around it because they found a grenade in the water.
Ooh, yeah.
And in New York City, that's a huge deal. So, but it turned out just to be a dummy grenade.
Okay. Yeah, at least that's right. Well, we're on here for one hour and 25 minutes, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and eat some dinner and after this and everything. But
I hear you, bro.
If you ever want to go live again, I had a great time. It's good talking to you. Glad we did this. But if you ever want to do it again, please email me. Sorry I canceled on you so many times and had to rework things out. So I know I was being a little bit annoying.
I understand busy, so you're good.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, for those of you guys who haven't checked out Buerkle, Cerakote, awesome guy, great business. Please go check him out. It was awesome doing this live stream with him. So if you guys have not, please go over and subscribe to him. And catch his premiere as well tonight. I think you said, right?
Yes, that's at 7.
At 7. All right. So please go ahead and show him some support tonight on that. Once again, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Oh, dude, no problem. I appreciate you having me.
No worries at all. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut down this. Thank you guys for all coming here. Ron, Johnny, Magnetic North Adventures, Maddie. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate everyone being here. Yeah, anything you want to say to end it?
No, just appreciate you having me, and I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend, and stay safe out there, guys.
Heck yeah. All right, guys, have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
All right, thanks, Will.